Good. All right, guys, Spencer Hendel here, Luis Alvarez for the Hand Plan, coming at you today talking about some ring dips that are going to be coming up and just some tips and tricks when it comes to kipping those ring dips. And too often an athlete will look at a person performing kipping ring dips and see what Luis is about to show you. Focusing on the drive down, all right, that's not where we want to be looking. As an athlete, you know, it's too easy to see Luis kicking down with these ring dips and forget about that while he's kicking down, his body's coming up, so it doesn't make sense that the kick down would be helping his way up. In fact, it's the kick up that's going to help Luis get to the top of that dip. So that's what we're going to focus on today, and really dialing in the technique of the knees helping the athlete or helping you get to the top of the ring dip. So what we want to start with is Luis just gaining some confidence in the bottom of the ring dip. So he'll get to the very bottom, biceps will be against the rings, rings will be held in tight to the body, really keeping it close, keeping it tight and pressing into the rings. Here, I want my athlete to be able to hold for about 20, maybe 30 seconds at a time, come down and get comfortable holding in the bottom of the dip. My athlete needs that strength in order to kind of move forward in this progression. From here, my athlete's then going to focus on some pumps of the knees, bringing the knees to the chest very, very quickly and using the kick up to gain some momentum to start to pop my athlete up off of the rings. You may see Luis get a little bit of distance between himself and the rings. Just watch for a second. He comes down, he does a pump of the knees, and he gains a little bit of space between his biceps and the rings. That little pump there of the knees is going to help drive his body up and eventually help give him enough momentum to start to make that ring dip a little bit easier. After my athlete has that ability to get that pump and start to feel that momentum pop him or her up off of the rings, then we want to perform a little bit of a progression, 2 pumps and 1 ring dip. So it'll look something like this. 1 pump, 2 pumps, and then finally that ring dip. So giving my athlete that feeling of weightlessness, getting up off of the rings with those 2 first pumps, and then on the third one, really getting a big pump, feeling that weightlessness, and then finishing out at the top. That's what we want to work towards, and that's what we want to practice. Now, as we get good at this, we can start to do multiple repetitions. Watch Luis. For multiple repetitions, you notice that he's still using that vertical drive of the knees to help gain some momentum and come into the top of the dip, but he does something on the way down, and on the way down he straightens his legs so that by the time he gets to the bottom of the dip, he's reloaded and ready to bring the knees back up to the chest for his next dip. Get out there, start practicing, guys.